Hi, thank you for joining me today for day 6 of my December daily album. This is a 6x8 project that I'm carrying out, and I'm documenting daily items that bring me joy throughout December. So today you can see the photo on the right hand side. It's a screenshot of a post that my friend shared on Facebook yesterday, which was the 6th, about them filming a new sequel to the film The Holiday. Well, last year I introduced Amelia to The Holiday and she absolutely loved it. So as soon as I saw this, I screenshotted it and sent it to her. She was just finishing her mock history exam, so she was thrilled when she saw it. She said, "When can we go and watch it?" I said, "No, read the post. They're only just starting to film." Anyway, back to what I'm actually doing. So I started with a Vicky Boutin Evergreen and Holly paper from the 6x8 paper pad, and I used the Evergreen and Holly stencil, the snowflake one, with some Tim Holtz Distress Oxide to stencil through that some snowflake shapes. Now I'm mounting the photo onto another paper from that 6x8 pattern paper pad, and I've just distressed the edges. I've just done a very thin border around the edge of the photo. Obviously, when you're working 6x8, you don't have a huge amount of space. This photo is 4x4 already, so I'm just playing about with the binding, the cut-off strip at the top, the branding strip, to see if I could add that to the photo, but I leave that for now and I'm going to work on my title. So my title is going to be Christmas Movie, and this piece that I'm working with now is a JD3D print title that my son James creates and we sell on Hey Little Magpie. I'll leave a link to them down below. And I'm now just placing the number 6 on because it's day 6. So the title is going to be Christmas Movie. So I've pulled out some very old sticker alphabets that I had, and I didn't have an O. So you can see me here butchering a P to try and make an O. This one really didn't work. It was way too thin. I think I just cut too quickly and didn't think about what I was doing. So I'm now grabbing this G and I'm going to go more slowly and cut so that I can actually see what I'm cutting. Being left-handed, sometimes I struggle to work out which way I should cut round a shape so that I can see what I'm doing rather than just watching the edge of the scissors. Anyway, that one worked out much better, so just carrying on. I also didn't have an I here, so I'm just cutting this J off where the I finished on the sticker sheets, the I next to it, and using that as my I. These stickers, it's funny, I've still got plenty of E's on there because I've got an E up the top and there's an extra E at the bottom with the numbers, but there aren't very many usable letters left on here now. But the colour I thought was just really nice to work with this. I'm definitely going for the blue and silver look on this layout. So just trimming off a few rough edges on that O and then sticking that down. And that's that bit done. So next I'm going to add on some of these JD3D print snowflakes. You'll see when I put them down later that they've actually got red on the back. So these were rejects, but that works for me because it means that I get them for free. So I said to James, don't bin them, I'll use them. We wouldn't send anything out that wasn't 100%. So because there was red, he'd been printing with red previously, they had a bit of red at the bottom. So they were no good for sending out. So this is the paper that I'd used to mat the photo with. On the reverse, it was journaling cards, but one had this nice blue edging. So I just trimmed the edge off that and I'm using that to put as a mat at the top. And then coming back with that branding strip piece that I'd spoken about before. And that'll be layered there too. Again, just distressing the edges like I had with the paper around the photo. And then slotting those in. I'm just sticking them down with my wet glue per usual. That's definitely seems to be my way of sticking things down at the moment. And you can see I've got one of our Hey Little Magpie flare badges there as well. It's from the same set that I used in yesterday's video. And I'm just playing about with the composition because I definitely want to use the flare, but it needed something to raise it up a bit. So I'm just adding one of the Sticks 2 foam pads there and some glue, and then this snowflake at the top there as well. So now that's all down, I want to add these snowflakes at the bottom, and this is where you'll be able to see the red that we've got underneath. And it really does look very pink actually, doesn't it? But you don't really notice once they're glued down. The white's very opaque, so it's not an issue. So now I want to think about my journaling. And this is the card from the reverse of the paper that I used to mat the photo with. And I decided to cut off the 25 and use this as a journaling card. You'll see in a second. I keep that little circle of black because I quite like that for added interest. And it just fits neatly into that slot there. So I'm going to use my pencil to draw a load of lines, and then I shall add my journaling here. And it's just exactly what I said about at the beginning about how I'd screenshotted and sent this to Amelia while she was in her history mock. So just having a look through the Vicky Booten Evergreen and Holly sticker sheets to see if there's anything here, and I find one that works for the holidays, it says, and I think that works really nicely, and it just adds something to that little photo mat there. Glue down my journaling, and now I realise that I want to fill in this space at the top a little bit more. In fact, you can see I filled up so much of the page you can barely see the stenciling that I started with, but it's still there and it still peeks through in places, so it was right to do. And finally, I'm just going to add some sparkles with these Spiegelbaum Scraps sequins that I've got, Glacier Summit I think it was called. They're beautiful blues and silvers. And that's it. So thank you very much for joining me today for my December Daily for day 6. I shall see you again tomorrow with day 7. We'll see what that brings. Hope you're enjoying it. Do leave me any comments that you might have. Like my video, subscribe if you enjoy it. And as I say, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.